Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be another trade breakdown from a trade I took earlier this week on March 19th, 2024. It was a EU trade. I had a nice winner in that session and we had some good price action. So I'm going to be breaking down the trade, reviewing it, walking you through my process, my thoughts on why I took the trade, and so on. So yeah, let's jump right into it. I have EU pulled up on that date and we're using the bar replay tool. So for this trade, if we zoom out here, we can see that EU was starting to sell off and we did approach a nice support level over here, and EU tested that zone and it rejected off of it. And it started giving some bullish momentum on the dollar. From last week we had a big bullish rally and we're starting to kind of pull back. Now on this particular trade, it was a counter trend trade, and ideally I like to take trades that are with the trend, because whenever you're with the trend you have that momentum. The probability of that trade becoming a winner is much higher. So if we go and fast forward a little bit into New York session, so we see we had this big push up here on New York, and we had an OB right here, and OB is just an order block. And then after that order block, I was looking for price to come back in, tap us into the trade, and then I had London highs marked up here as a potential liquidity pool, and I have London lows marked down here as another potential liquidity pool. Actually, I think on this trade, I took it a little bit later. Let's see. We had pretty much the same thing. Order block, fair value gap is important. And then entry point right around here, stops below this swing position, this swing low here, and this point of structure, and then targets up above here. And if we fast forward on DXY to catch up, so we'll see DXY start to pull downwards and break some structure to the downside. Now going back on EU, at this point I have the trade, like the order placed, and I'm waiting to see if price is going to come back in and tag us in, and then I want to see it respect this medium of the order block right here, this 0.5 level. Actually, I will make this a different color and I will make it stand out a little bit. So now if we fast forward, we'll see price comes down and it tags us in, and after it tags us in, it pushes off of this area here very nicely, and we start to move to the upside right here, and it's respecting structure. It just made a higher low after this higher low. So now we are waiting to see if it's going to break these highs and continue to push up. Now price does break these highs just momentarily, and at this point I'm starting to protect my position and moving my stops up here. And then for the remainder of the day, price pretty much, it moves a bit sideways, and we end up closing the trade at around 4 o'clock for about a 1-to-1 risk reward. It's about 1-to-1. And on DXY, pretty much similar. So price pulls back up into this fair value gap a little bit, and then it starts to reject and push lower, and then it kind of runs out of steam towards the end of the day. And yeah, that's pretty much the trade. Ended up being a pretty clean trade, and yeah, hope you gained some value from this video, and catch you on the next one. Peace.